The word on Slovenia may have been that they'll start strong, but they have been known to get a little bit weary throughout tournaments. Very interesting to see the lineup that Coach Stolzer begins with.
Oh, no changes, Roy. That three-headed monster in the Dragic brothers, Zoran and Goran, alongside Doman Lorbeck. Big Alan Omic on the inside, as I said, been fantastic. Omic, a real revelation for this Slovenian team, coming off just his first senior professional season at Union Olympia. Slovenia, I'm sure, will be taking no chances on this one. An opportunity for them to be the only unbeaten team in this group.
Korea looking to their number 9, Kim Sun-young, averaging 14 points a game. But strangely, not getting that many minutes, particularly in their second game. 3 referees today: the American Steve Anderson, the German Roberta Loromosa, and the Kazakhstan Evgeny Mikhaev.
There's the Korean starting lineup. Kim Sung-hoon, as you said, in the starting lineup. He has been their leading scorer, but his minutes for some reason have been down. And the other player who's been a leader for them, Cho, he is not in the starting lineup today. Traditionally, he takes that position, averaging 10 points a game. But for Kim, it'll be a different proposition going against that man right there. Goran Dragic has simply been unstoppable. You know, here in Group D, he is clearly the MVP performer so far, in my opinion. And I would argue strongly against any other player in this tournament, and whether they've been playing and influencing the game the way Goran Dragic has in this tournament so far.
For those of you who may remember Sunday's games here, we saw the number 14 for Korea, Ho Si-kun. He was on the receiving end of an inadvertent elbow. There was certainly no malice in it, and spent a good 3 or 4 minutes on the floor until the ambulance trolley arrived. Thought he may have stitches in his chin. Just looking at him, small butterfly thing there, I think. Unless they've sewn him up somewhat, but looks to be okay. He's suited up, so hopefully he'll take part in the game. That's the number 14 for Korea.
You have to give credit to Coach Stolzer for the way he's prepared this team. He really did come out and just put Australia to the sword in their first game. 90-80 win. It felt a lot more than 10 in the end. It was a rather comfortable victory for Slovenia on that occasion. Against Mexico, sometimes it was a little bit harder, but still 89-68 they took that one. Really have been good form, Slovenia. They're coming firing by Goran Dragic.
Yu Tae-ha, coach to Korea. He knows that it's a long season after they leave the FIBA World Basketball World Cup rather. No matter what stage they leave it at, whether it's after the first round or whether it's in the knockout round, they go to the Asian Games. And of course, Korea are hosting the Asian Games this year. So a long season, long international season for these Korean players. But it's Slovenia hoping for a 3-0 record. If they win this, take them into the knockout stages. And that's going to be a retake.
Young Lee, number 8 for Korea, just 20 years of age. Lee Young-hun, an excellent opportunity against the 22-year-old in Alan Omic.
And this time Slovenia do win the opening tap. Here goes Goran Dragic. Looking vaguely like a zone. As Kim Young-kyu gets the first rebound. Just a look at that Korean defense again. Look very suspiciously like a zone, but then the fade away, and Korea hit the first 2 of the game. Lee Young-hun.
Look, see how Slovenia played it defensively. No surprises, really. We recognise perhaps the one advantage they do have is with Lee, the speed he has over Alan Omic.
Clear that up. Korea are in a zone, and the steal there. And here goes Moon Tae-yoon. Get out here. A rejection from Zoran Dragic.
Frustration from Rorbek. Characteristically, this first minute, not really the passion, the energy we usually see from Slovenia.
And the illegal screen set by Korea's number 8, Lee Yong-hun. You so rarely see the Korean bench. You so rarely see Yu Tai-ha, the Korean coach, complain to the referee, but he gave him, let's say, not the most pleasant look then on the illegal screen.
Just happened twice. He's picked up his second on the drive from Zoran Dragic. Like that one either. It was a big groan from the Korean bench just in front of us.
Zoran Dragic to his brother. It's not quite an air ball, but the first score for Slovenia. And that's Alanomic. 10 points a game and 5 rebounds to the big lad.
That's exactly what he's done so well in this tournament. Just been solid around the ring, finishing any opportunity. Slovenia really need from him.
Well, that's terrific defense from Yuri Balazic. But the three-pointer puts Korea into a 5-2 lead.
Great defense from Balazic, but it didn't matter until Young hits the shot.
Wrong, and the rebound for Cho Seung-min. The referee waves the score. And coach Yu Tai-ha has angrily told his bench to stay seated and to pick up any technicals.
Been a good start for Korea. They've been plagued by slow starts in this tournament against Angola. They just could barely hit the backboard, let alone the basket. Hot start for them here, and it continues. Good shot from Lee.
Nice pass as well from Moon Tae-yun. Korea 7-2.
What we expected from Slovenia. They come out lethargic. They've not been so far.
Oh, great penetration. Zoran Dragic.
Points for Goran. Always in attack mode, Goran Dragic. You've got to know where he is.
Travel, yep. American referee. Steve Anderson calls the travel.
Boot has collapsed around Kim on the penetration there. He was surrounded by Green. He's just dropped down on him. To Omic on the inside. It's guarded by Lee, who has those 2 fouls.
Well, from the corner, it's all tied up.
Balazic has been shooting it so well in this tournament so far. 4 of 6 he was, 5 of 7 now.
Oh, great rebound. Here's Moon. And the rebound by Alanomic.
This is when Slovenia's so dangerous. Look at Dragic all the way.
Good block, though, from Lee Yong-hun, despite those 2 fouls.
Very good defense from the young big man.
A little shoulder there from Kim Sun-young, right in front of the referee. Zoran Dragic to inbound. Oh, nice pass into Omic. That's going to be a throwdown. No, what a jam. Well, Lee Yong-hun, unfortunately, they got the first block, but Omic stuck at it.
Lee has come to play today. These 2 fouls haven't affected him at all. Back-to-back blocks. He's got 4 points as well.
And there he is getting another rebound.
Moon could shoot the ball.
Yeah, he certainly can. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Moon buries the 3 for a Korean lead of 1.
Completely different team when they can make from the outside. Korea.
Oh, what a move. What a move. Zoran Dragic there. 2 giant steps. And a subtle little finger roll. Korea trail by 1.
Who's in front of Goran Dragic? Just to the ring.
Good rescue. The lead changes hands again. Well, if Korea can maintain this for 40 minutes, you never know.
That's a
It's
big
a big
ask.
if.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the Korean team, we expected good things out of the Koreans. We thought they'd be competitive in every game. Haven't played well, as you mentioned yet, though, Roy. Maybe this is the time for them to get going.
Good hands from Moon, and it came off a Slovenian knee. Substitutions for Slovenia. Blazic coming in. And so too is Jura Slokar, 9 and 5. Substitution required for Korea as well. 13 coming in. Yu Young. And he replaces the veteran 38-year-old Moon Tae-yeon. Just did a 3, Moon, so maybe a little aggrieved at coming out.
Leading scorer for Korea with those 2 threes, 6 points. Where are they going to go for the offense? Still no sign of Cho, the number 10. Something of 2 double-figure.
Oh, great passing from Korea.
Now, it's going to be called on the floor.
It's a 2-shot foul. Foul against Yuri Balasic.
On the floor. Mistake. Positive start for Korea. This man has been good so far.
We have to say that Korea had 2 fairly lethargic games to begin with here, but seem to have shaken that out of their limbs. Okay, still early days, but this is more like the Korea that played last year in the Philippines. And some pressure as well.
Slovenian fans realise they've got to give some energy to their team. They start to bring the noise and standing up.
The floating shot, no alley-oop there, not quite. And the 3-pointer misses. That's superb boxing out by Korea. Korea are always going to be outsized against European teams. And indeed, Central American teams in the form of Mexico. Oh, good rebound for Balasic.
Right pass. Oh, Zoran Dragic just couldn't quite take it in. Lost it on the way up, and Korea have got numbers here.
What? Well, it was touched by a Slovenian fingertip.
No, it came off the head of Goran Dragic, actually, yeah. It was a beautiful feed. Kim it was that threw the pass, no look. And the defender, was Goran Dragic, just didn't see it at all. It glanced off his head. Otherwise, it would have been a certain 2 points for Korea.
Lee Young-hun comes out on 6 points and is replaced by Kim Yu-sung.
That's sub. I think he should play more as well.
It's a foul, shooting foul. Foul against number 9 for Slovenia. That's Jaka Blazic. Another 2-shot foul for Korea. Ryo Il-young on the foul line. Korea lead by 4.
Throw the cat punch, the pigeons, if Korea go and knock off Slovenia for our qualification spots. We're seeing Lithuania take their first loss just a short second ago. Slovenia be going the same way. We have seen upsets in the FIBA Basketball World Cup so far, so I would say this would probably be the biggest of the lot if it does go to Korea though.
Good violation. So no reset as the shot clock read 15.
It's averaging 90 points a game. Coming into this one, it's been kept quiet so far by some good Korean defense.
Foul against Korea, that will put them in the penalty. 15 is Kim Yong-kyu. Rebound. pull up by Korea, and here they go again on the break, and then regroup in the half court. Off the glass, no good, and the rebound for Korea. Great hands. Number 7, that's Kim Ta-sul. But not this time. Blasic the rebound. Slovenian fans trying to get a little bit of enthusiasm going with their Slovenian team. Everyone looking a little bit disgruntled, and coming in for the first time for Slovenia, Jaka Klobuchar replaced Zoran Dragic. Yuri Balasic also out.
Slovenia going to the big lineup now, the biggest they've got. Slokar and Zupan in together.
Klobuchar.
See if they can get something out the ring.
Shot clock for Slovenia, and
that was called. I'm not sure if they're going to get goaltend as well.
a little peep of a whistle there. And the foul is against Kim Yong-kyu, number 15 for Korea. And here Slokar is saying, well, I was about to throw it down, you know.
No, he shot it and it hit the backboard. I think he's got a fair point here.
That's how
Be interesting to see a replay with that one.
Anyway, it is Jura Slokar on the foul line for Slovenia, who trail by 5. Still trail by 5. Slokar doesn't get his scoring moving. The problem for Slovenia is that all Korea need is a little bit of encouragement, bit of confidence. They're not going to get much confidence from Zoran Dragic there. Good hands from Slovenian defense, and Dragic a soft dunk, let's call it.
Show from Zupan. Seems to get back in the play.
Osikun. Shot clock 5. Nice pass, and nice floating shot. It hit the rim, but here Zupan gets the rebound anyway.
Slovenian players down the floor. Good spacing. So we go to Slokar one-on-one.
Oh, great block from Osikun, and a great hustle as well from Kim Yoon-sung. But look how quickly Slovenia are back on defense. Osikun pulls up with a jumper and buries it, and it's back to a 5-point Korean lead.
That's his shot. Osikun ups it mid-range.
There are a few Korean fans in the Gran Canaria Arena, and they're loving it at the moment. Making some noise as well. The 3 from Mia Zupan.
And down, shooting 50% from 3 in the tournament so far. Limited attempts, but it's a good range for a big man.
Well, whatever happens from now on, a much better performance from Korea. But then lose the ball, sloppy turnovers. That hurt them in their first 2 games. And it's hurting them now because Slovenia have tied it up at 18s in the last minute of the first period. Well, Slovenian fans whistling. Slow pace of Korea on this occasion. Osikun from 3-point range. Whose foot did that come off? No one, so Slovenia should have rather got into the lead.
The time for Blasic to be thrown behind the back passes.
Especially as Korea regain the lead.
It's all going right for Korea, a man who was 1 of 10 from the field.
Look at the face of Yuri Stolze there.
No, 1 of 10 before coming in. Already got 2 field goals in this one.
A holding foul. And I believe a 2-shot foul. So 6 seconds remaining in the first period. Substitutions both sides. Dragic comes out for Slovenia. And on the foul line for Slovenia, Jura Slokar. Second time he's been here tonight. Still hasn't scored. Now he has. With 6 seconds remaining in the first period, Korea lead by 2. It may soon be 1. It's 2 still, and 5 seconds. The ball down the floor quickly. Are they looking for the foul? They are. They got one, but that's not a shooting foul. Slovenia had 3 up until that moment. 7/10 of a second remaining.
Awareness from Lorbeck. Just perfect from him. Now put it on the sideline and give Korea less than a second to get a shot away now.
Are we going to get an alley-oop attempt?
Slovenia can make sure they cover that.
Well, looking for the foul. Foul wasn't called. So the first period ends with Korea leading Slovenia 21-19. Korea will say, why didn't we play like this in the first 2 games? And Slovenia will say, this is not in the script.
Absolutely. I don't think many people would have thought this was going to be the scoreline coming in. Slovenia average 89 points per game, with Korea averaging just 62. So many people thought this was going to be an easy Slovenia victory. Many people, that is, apart from the Koreans, have come out. And for once in this tournament, they've shot the ball well from the field. 44% field goals, and the 3-point shot is dropping for them. 3 of 5. Moon Tae-yang has 2 of those 3, and that's been the helping hand, because this is a Korean team that is last in 3-point percentage in the tournament. They've only made 25 threes in their first 2 games, and is tied for second least 3-point makes. So being able to knock it down from the perimeter, this man here, there's one of them, Moon Tae-yang. That has changed the game for them.
Well, these leading scorer honours are shared by 3 players. The man we just saw shooting threes there, that's Moon Tae-yeon. He's got 6 points. So too has number 8, Lee Young-hung. And number 6, another 6-point man is Goran Dragic, number 11 for Slovenia. The problem for the number 8 for Korea, Lee Young-hung, he's also got 2 fouls. And they were picked up in the blink of an eye.
Slovenia, their 3-point shooting usually so good. Still percentage-wise is good. Only been able to find the opening 5 times, though they're 2 of 5. So often we see them spreading the floor, breaking the man down off the drive and kicking that out to somebody who's wide open. They haven't been able to do that here today. So far, that is, especially Goran Dragic, usually just lightning quick at zipping the ball, pinging it to an open man. Just 1 assist for him.
Yeah, Korea to start the second period. Will we see the real Slovenia here? But then again, you could say, will we see the real Korea here as well?
Goes into the game for the first time. He and Beante, the number 10. He's just one of 2 Koreans to average double figures coming into this game.
Rather an exaggerated head fake there. The ball wasn't going anywhere near the rim, so it was... we'll give that an outlet pass. Zupan to Klobuchar. Klobuchar for 3, and the rebound by Cho Sung-min. Osikun.
Play from Korea is another good look.
If their 3-point shooting comes good, you know, they're a dangerous team.
Action, they got the shot they wanted.
Klobuchar to Dejan Prepelic. We've not seen a lot of the number 7 for Slovenia as yet. Almost a steal there. And the 3-pointer puts Slovenia into the lead.
Muric has been one of the few Slovenians that hasn't shot particularly well. This one.
Well, off the glass, they all count. Cho Sung-min and Korea regain the lead.
His first points, and like you say, they all count. The shot clock was winding down.
Klobuchar is fouled. It's not something you see too often. Park Chan-hee there behind his man, going for the steal. And he played nose-to-nose defense very well.
It's a long way out.
And Domen Lorbeck buries the three.
As if they heard me say their three-point shooting hasn't been very good. Another three for Slovenia. Start the second quarter.
That's down about how many lead changes there have been. Foul there against Slovenia. And it's Domen Lorbeck, that's 2 on him. And we have a timeout called by Korea. There's the foul, little touch, that's all it was. I think you can safely say that Domen Lorbeck was a little grieved by that call.
이걸 좀 빨리 올라와. 이게 길어. 내가 아침에 얘기했잖아, 센터들. 이게 길어야 돼. 그래야 공간이 생겨. 올라갔다가 안 되면은 이쪽으로 돌아가잖아. 그럼 그 다음에 여기 걸어주고 또 빠져. 빠지고 다리 바꿔. 설치면 말고 계속 움직이라고.
In the other games, you coming in, look to the perimeter, trying to beat teams, but it just hasn't happened for them so far. We mentioned in the earlier games in this tournament, boy, this is a Korean team that hasn't played a game in over a month. They came out, except they had a three-game series against New Zealand. First game, they absolutely blitzed New Zealand, played very well indeed, but since then, they haven't had a great preparation, and it showed, in my opinion, in the way they're playing. You mentioned the Asian Games, perhaps that's more of a focus for them in this World Championship. I'm not sure, but this is the Korean team we expected to see, and we've seen for the first 12 minutes of this game here.
It's been said many times that the one thing lacking in Korean basketball is 7-foot center, basically. Put a big guy in there, a really big guy, Alan Omic, for instance, or even something like Ahmed Haddadi, different ball game.
Just a clarification where they've changed the foul. It was actually called the last one, Yaka Klobuchar. So he has one, Lorbeck still has one.
Oh, great out of bounds play from Korea.
And now Ido Muric has one as well.
Wonderful turn of pace, turn of speed there from Park Chan-hee.
Just sums up the Slovenian performance so far. Out of a timeout, just not switched on, not ready to play. Ball is given to the Korea man out of bounds, and the Slovenian players were still looking around, allowed an easy cut to happen.
What a strangely jerky foul shooting action there from Park Chan-hee. Korea's normally ultra smooth on the foul line, and you rarely see a play deliberately trying to bank it from the foul line.
Another area of concentration, offensive rebound on a foul shot. Slovenia just can't box out well.
That's a travel. Surely no, it's a foul against Slovenia. The man who, well, he did actually travel, but because he was fouled. So Slovenia's number 10. Mia Zupan, his foul, his first. And end line ball Slovenia, and also, well, a substitution. I think Coach Stolz's seen enough once to get the big lad in there. Alan Omic, the very big lad that is.
Just frustrated by the mental breakdowns from his team. Offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, and it's just giving confidence to his Korean team.
Well, he's even more frustrated now because his team have lost the lead. Here's Klobuchar. Klobuchar going to the hoop, getting blocked. Wonderful play there by Korea's number 12, Kim Yu-sung. More substitutions, and Coach Stolz forced really to bring back Goran Dragic.
So this team's just not ready to play so far. Goran Dragic so often a spark.
And Klobuchar wasn't interested in the outstretched hand of the coach then, just walked straight past him. That's an offensive foul, the score won't count. Who's the foul being called against?
Alan Omic on a screen, I believe, yeah. Free up Lorbeck, see the reaction from Stolzer.
The puffed cheeks of the coach thinks, well.
It's going to be one of those games for Slovenia, they just got to get through it. Now a loss. Performance doesn't matter as long as they get that W.
What a pass. And the foul. Foul is against Korea's number 12. Kim Yoo-sung. Great position then by Goran Dragic. Got his man on his back. Inspiration on the face of Coach Stolzer there. Well, you have to say that Slovenia come out a little bit wearily. And I tell you what, Lithuania will be looking at this situation and think, well, they have another game before they play Lithuania, so they'll be even more tired by then. Had a day off yesterday, of course, so should be fit. Oh, Osikun. Great play there. Osikun had the rebound, tapped it to a teammate, and Yang Hyung behind the head pass. Here's Osikun. Almost loses the ball. Is that a double dribble? No, it's a travel.
It's a physical problem, tiredness from Slovenia. It's more a mental one for them. Like you said, they've had the day off. They've got the big game coming up against Lithuania. It's really easy to take this game for granted, the way Korea have played at stretches in this tournament so far. Come out with the urgency we've seen so far from Slovenia.
Goran Dragic will show some urgency. Shot clock on 3. And that's an air ball.
Just not seen that from Slovenia. From Goran Dragic, the way he's played today, he's got 6 points on the assist. But that penetration against every other team, that would have been 2 points. Either for him, or he would have found somebody with a bullet pass they could have just shot easily. The pass from him this time is looping. The defenders were able to close out the hand up on Muric.
This is better defense from Slovenia now. As the crowd have... oh, that's a lovely pass from Osikun. And we have a timeout, Slovenia. And some joyful fans. Fans of Korea celebrating a 3-point lead and timeout, Slovenia.
Shot there, Coach Stolzer just rubbing his head as if to say, what can we do? So we need to get their team to play it a little bit harder. Maybe opportunity for them to go deeper into the bench, bring some guys with energy. There's the guys who usually have energy are already on the floor. There's going to be one substitution. Just going to come back.
Ti si spet vzadiš,
Slovenia
necessarily
play badly.
Ne pas, ne bomo agresivno prevzeti, mi se povlečemo
The
nazaj.
problem for Slovenia is that they're losing, or trailing rather, by 3. And Korea haven't played brilliantly. They played okay, and they can play a lot better than this as well.
Štirica takoj v blok, napademo.
Slovenia, 15 minutes. So they're averaging 90 a game, so they're so far off their target.
That block will help defense from Kim Yoo-sung. Oh, lovely bounce pass, and then the pass from Osikun to Yang Hyung. I think he's texting home saying, we have a game on our hands here.
He's texting Coach Stolzer, telling him what to do, giving him some ideas. Someone's got to help. Slovenia will put this together, I'm sure.
Goran Dragic.
Korea maintain it, and Slovenia start to go through the gears. That's better from Dragic, finds the open man.
And Dragic gets the rebound and the 2.
All right, Dragic might have to take him on his back for a while. He's got 8 personal now.
The lead for Korea back to 1. It just feels as though Slovenia can explode at any particular moment. Well, there's a foul, a holding foul.
Dragic. Already against Slovenia. Many positives for Korea, a great opportunity for them.
Park Chan-hee on the foul line. 2 points to his name so far. Well, there's that backboard shot again.
It's not unintentional, is it? It needs to go off it. Goes flat, but one opportunity for Korea. Goran Dragic on 2 fouls. He's going to have to go out. And We've got Slovenia in the bonus with 5:07 remaining. In fact, Goran's going to stay on and Zoran comes in. So surely they've got to look to attack Goran, see if they can get a third foul called against him.
Well, instead of that, they get a foul committed by Yang Hee-young. That is only the third foul against Korea. Again, a little smile from coach Yoo Tae-ha towards the official. Oh, strength of the man and the protection of the ball. Great example of how to avoid a shot block there by Goran Dragic. It's a travel by Kim Yoon-sung.
So Goran might have to take Slovenia on his back. It looks like that's what he's going to do. He's just so good at his speed. So he finishes at the ring. Absolutely anybody. It doesn't matter to him who is in his way.
And that's a holding foul against Cho Sung-min. As coach Yoo Tae-ha says, keep your hands to yourself. So now both teams in the penalty. Headline, Goran Dragic. A long time to go for both teams. The rebound is, oh, there's a foul, another foul, and that's a shooting foul. Yang Hee-young apologizes to his teammates, should have just got two hands on the ball, tried to dribble down the sideline through traffic, and then fouled his man right in front of the referee. He's put Zoran Dragic on the foul line. 16 points a game, Zoran Dragic averaging. In this particular game, that is his first score. And Slovenia going to the lead. Klobuchar back in for Slovenia. And he's replaced Goran Dragic on those two fouls. It's a long time to go for Korea in the penalty. Despite the fact that Slovenia are also in the penalty, you just feel the advantage is now with Slovenia. Oh, what a rebound. Well, the Slovenian player jumped and mistimed it. The Korean player didn't. And the foul and the unwon as well. And it's Zoran Dragic again.
3 Korean defenders back, and Zoran Dragic just drops that shoulder. Watch this. Straight through the gap. 3 from there. It's all the way to the ring.
And it was Cho Sung-min. Little hand on the hip.
Koreans wanted to travel. Definitely wasn't.
Alanomic back in for Slovenia. So Cho Sung-min, one of the main scorers for Korea, on 3 fouls. And Zoran Dragic, no mistake from the foul line. The lead for Slovenia, 2. In the circumstances, it's a biggish lead. It's been 1 or 2 for some time now. Osi-kun. Oh, great play, great step through. And the rebound as well. Didn't hit the rim though. 3 on the shot clock. That hit the rim, but Klobuchar got the rebound. Omic offers a pick. Klobuchar doesn't use it. Zoran Dragic fires a 3. Oh, Alan Omic didn't have to leave the floor. The ball dropped into his hands. Now it's a 4-point lead for Slovenia. Dangerous times for Korea.
Omic just coming up again. 6 points, 4 rebounds. The game has produced so far. We question the inside depth ability of Slovenia.
There's a foul against Slovenia. It's a shooting foul. Osi-kun is cutting through the key. He's looking for someone to screen and he can't find anybody. Foul line for Slovenia. Cho Sung-min. Foul there, Omic. First foul. So 1 player in double figures in this game so far, and that is Goran Dragic. He's on the Slovenian bench at the moment. Well, Coach Stolzar trying to give all of his players some court time here. He put Prepelic on for a couple of minutes and it all went horribly wrong, and he's coming in again. So good coaching by Coach Stolzar, just trying to get everybody involved. Here is Prepelic to Klobuchar. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. A game that is a lot closer than many thought it might be. Korea in something of a zone here.
2-3 zone from Korea. Dangerous, but Slovenia really got the ball that well in this particular game.
Shot clock on 1.
Great defense from Korea.
It's a shot clock violation. The Korean players looked around in horror there at the referee. No foul called on that. Good block. Timeout Korea. With the score 34 to Korea, 36 to Slovenia, and Coach Yoo Tae-hak wants to talk about it.
These games for Korea, you almost wish for them to go into the half with a lead with the way they played. The psychological battle, the barrier they have if they go in still trailing, despite the fact they've shot the ball better, they've looked after it. They're currently tied on the glass as well. They've almost done everything you'd have asked of them coming in, but to still go in at the half trailing when Slovenia haven't played well at all will be very demoralising for them.
It just shows you can never make solid assumptions in this great game of basketball. The way Korea played in their first 2 games against Angola and Australia, and you wouldn't really have given them much chance of beating Slovenia, but they only trail by 2 late-ish in the first half. What we've not seen though here in Gran Canaria is what Korea produced last year in Manila. It was just raining threes, and the crowd at some stages last year in the Mall of Asia fantastic arena, they were just gasping in amazement at the Korean shooting.
It's amazing that, you know, the weapon we predicted coming in for the Koreans, you know, the first game against Angola, we said, well, we know they're going to come with the perimeter attack. Where are they going to get inside scoring from? It just hasn't been the case in this tournament so far. In fact, they are the worst three-point shooting team pretty much in this tournament. Last in percentage.
Great tip in, Osikun. He did a lot of damage last year in Manila for Korea. And that's his first point of the night. Tough character, Osikun, number 14. Horrible injury. Well, he looked horrible on Sunday, but fully recovered. Can't see anything. Any mark on his chin now.
Korean player down.
And that's Korea possession. Or is it? Well, the referee wants the floor dried. It is, in fact, Korea possession. Well, the message sent there, yeah. Coach Yoo Tae has told Osikun to button his lip, do not complain to the official. The game's tight. The last thing that Korea want is a technical foul. So under 2 minutes remaining, first half. We have a game on our hands. Lovely pass. Good defense from Zupan. Recovered quickly. Korea do move the ball super. That's a beautiful pass. Oh, Ho-Si-kun. He missed, but he was fouled. And here's Zupan says, well, maybe I got a little fingertip on it.
Let's have a look at the replay. Often the officials have been proved to be right. We see the replay, but Zupan really didn't like it, and I have to say at first glance I didn't see a foul there either. Zupan had done a great job on this right-hand side of the court. First of all, covering the low post entry and then hedging out on the pick and roll.
Osikun, well, when he picked up that injury on Sunday, I didn't think we'd see him again in the tournament. It looked to me like a classic case of concussion. Poor guy didn't know where he was. He had a horrible gash on his chin as well. Well, no sign of concussion and no sign of a gash either. And he hits the first from 2 and Klobuchar the rebound. Korea by 1. calls the play. Prepelic from 3-point range, but it was a pass. Klobuchar inside to Zupan for the fadeaway shot, and the lead changes hands again.
That's the offense we've usually seen from Slovenia. Spread it out, the extra pass, have the defender chasing out at you. Advantage is all theirs.
Osikun at the top for Korea. Behind the back flip pass, and the lane opens up. Lovely play from Korea. 5 is Park Chen-hee. A beautiful behind the back flip pass from Osikun, and the lane opened up.
Opening up is definitely the term. It's as though the defense had stopped playing, thought they'd heard a whistle. Rotation really a skill.
Zoran Dragic almost lost it, and then laid it up. The lead changes hands again.
Good finish, Zoran Dragic, looked like his brother there, dancing to the ring with that left hand.
The Dragic brothers responsible for 17 of the 40 points Slovenia have scored. 10-second differential between game and shot clock. Korea looking for the foul perhaps. Nice pass. And no score this time. So 10 seconds. And Zoran Dragic slows it down and goes to the hoop. And that came off a Korean hand with 1.3 seconds remaining. Now we have a Slovenian timeout. What has Coach Yuri Stolza got in the 1.3 second playbook?
Probably quite a few options for them where they shoot the ball. So many players. Go back to the smaller lineup, 4 good shooters. Zoran Dragic, I suspect, may come back into the game. Movement. 1.3 seconds, a lot of time. Opportunity probably to take one dribble before they get a shot away.
The angle may be difficult, but attempt an alley-oop could certainly
There'll be some sort of action. Pitches out, and they'll rotate somebody to the ring. See if they can send a decoy towards the ring that's probably going to be guarded. If not, you get the easy 2, and then try to send the shooter or the primary threat in a different direction. Zoran is going to stay on the bench. Zoran, who's the leading percentage man from 3-point range for the Dragon, for Slovenia, coming in 86% for Zoran.
So 1.3 seconds remaining in the first half, and Slovenia lead Korea by 1, and they have possession. End line. The referee telling the Koreans you can't step over the plane of that line. Klobuchar into the corner for 3. Well, it's an air ball, so the lead at half-time is a mere 1 point for Slovenia. Their record 2-0, and Korea the opposite. Do we have a surprise on our hands? Well, we've still got 20 minutes, unless, of course, this game goes to overtime, and that is not beyond the realms of possibility. So, the only way I can describe the atmosphere in the Gran Canaria Arena at the moment is something of a stunned silence from the Slovenian fans. They did not expect this whatsoever. And Korea, well, they played the type of basketball they played last year when they won the bronze medal in the FIBA Asia competition. Excuse my geography. Oh, as the half-time interval has just begun, we'll take a break for about 30 minutes, but I'm sure our viewers will be back here in 13 minutes' time to see third and fourth periods of what has turned out to be a fascinating encounter. It's Slovenia 40, Korea 39.
ti vrti, kliči napad. 1-3 napad. Post, greš ven, ker je čist prost, brez kompliciranja. Gremo v napadu, simple chase.
Welcome back to Gran Canaria. The third game of day 4 here in Group D. Korea against Slovenia, and 39 to Korea, 40 to Slovenia. Well, we had some rather desperate-looking fans from Lithuania earlier on because they lost to Australia. I tell you, one or two of the Slovenian fans are looking a little bit anxious here. No one expected Korea to be within 1 point of a very, very good Slovenian team, but it just seems as though Korea have rediscovered the form that got them the bronze medal last year in FIBA Asia Championships. The good thing for Slovenia is that they will have first possession at the beginning of the second half. And all credit to Korea, they have taken Slovenia out of their stride. It's not as if coach Yuri Stolzer started with a couple of bench players at the beginning of the game. He started with his normal starting 5. Korea said, well, if we're going to get to the knockout stages, we've got to start playing well. Hand it to the Korean coach, Yoo Tae-ha. That's exactly what they've done. It's a 1-point game.
All credit to Korea. They have played well. It's not been that Slovenia, while they haven't been at their best, it's not that they've come out lightly. The Koreans have just played much better than we've seen in the first couple of games.
First foul of the game, or rather the second half, was committed by Kim Ta-sul, number 7 of Korea.
Just a little bit slow from Korea. Put into the low post, but Slovenia moved the ball well. Open man.
Zoran Dragic goes to the hoop, lays it up, and makes the lead 3. Zoran Dragic on 12 points.
I don't know if it's a compliment to the Dragic brothers or a criticism of the defense. How many times do you see them finish with the right hand? Always get to go left.
Well, my apologies for getting the Dragic brothers misidentified. That was Zoran making 9 points, but that was Moon Tae-ha hitting his 8th point for Korea. And it's back to a 1-point game, and another foul by Kim Ta-sul, his second, before the first minute of the second half has expired.
Tae-ha continues to score offensively for Korea. His minutes been limited. Just 5 minutes, 8 points already.
Huge rebound there for Park Chan-hee. Moon again, trailing player. That's an open shot. And Kim Yoon-hung puts Korea into the lead.
First points for Kim, the leading scorer for Korea coming into the game.
Inevitably, Slovenia will go to Goran Dragic. The lead changes hands again, and that is foul by Zoran Dragic. Little elbow in there. Coach Yoo Tae-ha building for the Asian Games, but I'm sure he'd love to take a win against Slovenia with him. Next to Korea, that's where the Asian Games are going to be held. Great fake. And the foul, and an and one!
The Slovenians are chasing now. Korea moving the ball so quickly from right to left, and then fakes, head fake, and the penetration from Kim.
And contact on both elbows.
This is the problem when you play, when you give up Korea an opportunity, they stay in the game. The longer it goes on, the more confidence they'll get.
3-point play is completed. Now a 2-point lead for Korea.
Slovenia are going to have a harder game than they really should.
And they just can't shake Korea off, can they?
They can't.
Goran Dragic trying to do his best to shake them off, and he too will get an and one.
How do you stop him? I mean, he literally went from standing to full speed in the blink of an eye. Kim was left for dead. And even with a shot blocker, checked in the ring. Oh, Dragic, watch this, behind his back, and there, just the explosion. Kim's waiting for him at the ring, but can do nothing about it. Dragic just moves the ball, draws the contact, and of course he gets the finish as well.
And Lee Yong-hung, his 3rd foul. Picked up 2 very quickly in the first half. Dragic doesn't complete the three-point play, but his teammate rebounds it. And that teammate is Alan Omic. Omic now on 6 points.
Again from the Koreans, another opportunity. Penetration from Kim eventually cut off.
Good rescue.
Again, ball pass out.
This is better defense from Slovenia. And rebound Omic.
Slovenians all leaking out, trying to push the tempo.
I would imagine that at half-time in the locker room, Slovenian coach Jules Stolzer was somewhat irate.
I think so, they just haven't had the opportunity to run at all. 9 points on the break, but a lot of those off turnovers for Slovenia.
Zoran Dragic in trouble on the dribble.
3 on the
Shot
clock.
2. And the rebound for Kim Ta-sul. Moon Taeyeon, but no points this time. He's hit 2 threes already. Not the best shot selection there, I suppose you could say. Had it gone in, it would have been brilliant.
Space to let Dragic go one-on-one. A step back from him. Board though.
Well, the Slovenian crowd wanted to travel there, no dice. And the reverse layup ties the scores. It's Lee Yong-hung.
From him.
Lovely pass there from Moon Taeyeon. Selfish play by the Koreans. Oh, great play. And you have to say that Moon Taeyeon's 38-year-old legs just didn't respond then. As Blasic laid it up, went past him like a blink. Holding foul? No, it's a holding foul.
I think it's an illegal screen on Kim. To rebound the block. Look at that. Blasic turns right into the man. Tremendous job. There he is. This is a Korean team that leads the tournament in block shots. Continue with 6 today.
So Slovenia by 2 in possession. Here's Goran Dragic. Oh, the three-pointer. It is now a 5-point lead. So is the game slipping away from Korea.
Blasic continues his hot hand from beyond the three-point line. 2 of 3 today. There's 4 of 6 coming in. Blasic.
Kim coming in for Korea. Kim Yoo-sung, number 12, and replacing Lee Yong-hung. Lee, good game, number 8. Also has 8 points. Oh-si-kun on the foul line. Well, in a tight game, foul shots crucial. Close up there of Oh-si-kun. There is actually a slightly different mix on his chin. He hits the second to reduce the arrears to 4.
Amazing considering the elbow he took. Hit to the face.
Well, it's Cameron Bairstow's elbow. There was absolutely no intent there at all. It was a complete accident, but it still hurts. And there's a holding foul. Is it Moon?
Just trying to chase Lorbeck. The screens.
Moon Taeyeon. That's his first foul.
2 fouls already for Korea.
Oh, that's just under 6 minutes to go. Dangerous times for Korea.
Slovenia opened up this slender lead and now opportunity. Shoot a lot of foul shots for 5 minutes and 53 seconds.
Roman Lorbeck. Two from 2 for Lorbeck. Biggest lead of the game, I think, at 6 now. Certainly is, yep.
Remarkable. Slovenia haven't been able to break this one open. Considering the way both these 2 teams have played in their opening 2 encounters.
He misses the 3. Hit 2 of those in the first half, but nothing yet in the second half. Not from three-point range anyway.
Defense has moved up a gear from Slovenia.
And all credit to Drew, it's had to. The Slovenian defense has had to start playing well. Very well indeed. Wow. Roman Lorbeck did that glance the board on the way through. Just tickled it, I think, and it went in.
Shooting, moving up and up as well. 6 threes now. Made as a team by Slovenia.
I respectfully suggest a timeout for Korea. Especially as Alanovic got an uncontested rebound there.
A substitution first, see if that can change the flow. Dragic, that's going to be 2
nice
points.
Pass into Omic. And still no movement towards the table from the Korean coach.
You can almost call it, can't you? Goran Dragic gets into the lane. It's almost a guaranteed 2, either for him or somebody else. And right on cue, there's going to be a Korean timeout now.
Shot clock 5. Nice pass and a welcome 2 points. Lovely pass there from Moon into Kim Yoon-sung.
Good take from Kim as well.
Dragic slows things down for Slovenia. Goran version of the Dragic brothers. And the foul, it's a shooting foul again. Fouls are killing Korea at the moment. And we have a timeout for Korea, who trail by 9, and they have 2 foul shots to come against them. Good game plan from Korea in the first half. Korean coach Yoo Tae-ha had a very positive game plan, and it worked almost like a dream in the first half against a very well organised Slovenian team. He took them out of their rhythm, only by 1 at half time, but now the margin 9. 2 foul shots to come for Slovenia.
It's been, as we've repeatedly said, a much better performance from Korea. The big problem for them, protection of the basket, really. 36 points in the paint for Slovenia, as they've got to the ring and finished with the Dragic brothers. They put it on the floor and got to the basket. Being able to, it's really a double-edged sword. You take away, or if you help Slovenia kick it and knock it down from the three-point line, you don't. You give up points at the ring.
Roman Lorbeck, the 3rd Slovenian into double figures on 10 points. Oh, lovely pass, great backdoor cut, beautiful pass, and Yeo Il-young lays it up. That was, for example, just a straightforward beat that I don't think there was a screen involved. Goran Dragic. His brother. It's all getting a little bit messy inside. Shot clock. And the 3 on the buzzer. It left his hand before the buzzer sounded.
Balazic steps inside, knocks it down. What a weapon he is, Balazic. He's one of these sort of unsung heroes behind the Dragic brothers. 9 points a game, just 15 minutes.
That's way outside.
There's another Lorbeck with a good defensive rebound.
And remember, Korea just had a timeout. Great hook shot from Alanovic.
You see his confidence building game on game. Omic, maybe a double-double again in this one. 12 points, 8 rebounds.
Takes no prisoners, Omic. Not afraid of anyone.
More production from him. He's had a decent season for Union Olympia, 10 points a game for them. He wondered coming in, would he be able to play at this level?
Well, he filled the shoes of a certain Aaron Baines, didn't he, at Slovenia, at Olympia. Rosikun again, Kim Tarsal, shot block on 3. And great interception from Slovenia, and Goran Dragic lays it up.
Great footwork from Dragic. Uses the steps with an easy one. He'll try to respond from 3.
That's over the back foul by Korea's number 12, Kim Yoo-sung, and we walk the length of the floor for 2 foul shots.
Slovenia still not really in 5th gear, but 4th. With the foot down on the accelerator seems to be enough here to open up a sizable lead. All of a sudden 28 points in this 3rd period. Really started to get going with their offense. That man right there has led the way as always. 16 points, 3 assists for him.
Alan Omic on the foul line. 12 points already. Add that to his 8 rebounds. Very, very close to a double-double. So suddenly, it's a 16-point lead. And Omic takes a break, replaced by Mia Zupan. So 2-7 comes off for Korea, Kim Tarsal, and he's replaced by Cho Sung-min. Well, the message that this game sends out is that Slovenia can be taken out of their rhythm. Foul Zupan, I think. So even if Slovenia do, and it looks odds on they will get to the knockout stage, then whoever they meet will have scouted the 5 games they played and say, well, they can be taken out of their rhythm. They like to run. If you can stop them running, then they're there for the taking. That's a big if, though.
I think there's definitely chinks in the armour for Lithuania. With new coming in, Slovenia. Missing bodies. Zem Lorbeck, of course, the big one on the inside. So Lithuania will fancy their chances to knock off Slovenia. They match up pretty well overall with them. Monty Eunice, we didn't see a lot of today, but he has the ability to guard these perimeter-based 4 men from Slovenia. It's easy for the likes of the Dragic brothers to break people down like Sabutis, Machulis off the dribble.
Edo Muric back in for Slovenia, number 8. Oh, Slovenia moved the ball superbly. Big rebound for Osikun.
Zoran Dragic, you couldn't miss from the 3-point line coming in. 0 of 4 today.
The Korean players know where everyone is supposed to be. Bullet-like pass there, but the pass receiver couldn't hang on to it.
Just slipped out of his hands, and that summed up this 3rd quarter when everything was going right for them. In the first half, nothing seems to be going in the 3rd.
And Zoran Dragic draws the foul. And they're saying the Korean players know where everyone is supposed to be. They pass into what seems like a space, and suddenly the player appears there. Zoran Dragic on the foul line. 9 points to him so far. So he's the 4th Slovenian player in double figures. 2 Dragic brothers, Lorbeck and Omic. It's about a minute remaining, 3rd period. In a dominant 3rd period, 30-15. In favour of Slovenia. That was a Good non-foul by Zoran Dragic, kept his hands behind him, but Korea get the rebound. There's no pass on there. Osikun on the turnaround, off the glass and in. 70 plays 56.
Beautiful shot, Osikun. As we said, it wasn't really much on. He eventually got free. All on his own. Slovenia will hold for this final one. Zoran Dragic, a lot of room for him to go one-on-one. And for Korea.
Oh, lovely fast break. Lovely cut as well. And Osikun can't score on the buzzer of the third period. So that third period ends with Korea on 56, but Slovenia on 70. A dominant third period. Slovenia won it 13-17 after leading by 1 going into the period. They now lead by 14.
Great adjustments from Slovenia defensively. As I said, not really in fifth gear, but now it's just started to get going. 30 points in that quarter. Previous high just 21 in the second, so you can see when they turn their defense up, the offense comes with it, give them an opportunity to get out in the open floor. That's where they're the most dangerous.
So Korea leading in the blocks column 6-1. But they haven't converted those into the scores at the other end. You're watching highlights of that third period so far. Most of the highlights by Slovenia, and most of them by that man there, Zoran Dragic. No Korean player in double figures yet. Their leading scorer, they have 2 of them. Number 4, Moon Tae-yeon, 8 points. And number 8, Lee Hoong-young, 2 on 8 points, but in only 10 minutes, their leading scorers are getting substantially less time on the floor.
Gremo za Miha, okay, je Miha tu gor.
Fine example there. Coach Yuri Stolzer, sign language to communicate with Mia Zupan, who of course is stone deaf.
Last opportunity for Korea then. Trail by 14, still the possibility for them. The tempo, 0 points in transition for them.
Look at the difference in points in the paint. 40 to Slovenia, 22 to Korea. There's the gap, there's the margin at the moment, 14 points.
From points in the paint, you think of the big man, but for Slovenia, it's been the guards penetrating, finishing at the ring. That's where the majority of their points have come from. Zoran Dragic and Zoran Dragic both have finished at the basket.
Oh, strong move to the hoop. I'm not sure it was intended for the cutting player there. He got to him anyway. Reduced your ears to 12. Kim Robert Sharp. Zupan for 3. Well, Korea having to work so hard to get a score. And there's Zupan hitting an open shot, albeit from behind the arc.
3 from Zupan. Execution is always from the Sharp.
Korea hit a 3 in response. Not going away, you know, these Koreans. Gorbachev is fouled. Little hack.
Himself a trip to the line, but still gets the attention from his coach. His coach Stotzer is not happy. Screams at him from the side.
So too does Yoo Tae-hak. Coach for Korea screamed at the man who committed the foul.
Coaches are never happy, are they? Always something wrong.
Klobuchar. Klobuchar yet to score. And yet he's averaging 8.5 points a game. And he's had limited court time tonight, and he still fails to score. And the rebound, Lee Young-hung.
The mismatch, Kim kicks it out for the open look. Joe.
And it's a shooting foul.
He's only got 3 points, Joe. 13 minutes.
Foul against Edo Muric. And we have 3 foul shots. Klobuchar out. Goran Dragic back in. On the foul line for Korea. Jo Seung-min averaging 10 points a game. And tonight, only 3. Make that 4. Only a 10-point game still.
He's the leading returning player from that 2013 FIBA Asia performance.
And Jo Seung-min misses the middle one of the 3. So hits the first and third. 9 points the margin now. Make it 10. Excuse my maths again. Dragic able to advance the ball so easily. And the look away pass. Zupan offers a pick, and that's an illegal pick. Yeah. Despite the exasperated expression from Zupan, he rolled too early, really. Explains to his coach what he did wrong. There we go, where's the roll? Bang. Yeah, rolled. Took the man out. Still a long time to go. Korea only trail by 10. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Mishandled pass on the inside, second time in this second half for Korea.
Kim Young-koo, open layup then, and he missed it, and Slovenia punished them. You could say that's a 5-point play. 2 that Korea didn't get. Slovenia got 3. It could have been 73-65, instead of which it's 76-63. Another
turnover. Damon Lawbeck put his hand up, acknowledged the foul. Referee's called a travel before he got him. Slovenia possession.
Korea have to do it all again now. Could have been 8 points, now it's 13.
Dragic has been pretty quiet through long stretches, but 19 points, 3 assists for him.
Coach's dream, you get 19 points having a quiet game. Just think if you had an explosive game. Lawbeck. And the rebound, Lee Young-hung. That's a strong move from Lee Young-hung, who just took a rebound and then scored at the other end.
He's having by far his best game of this tournament. Double figures, 10 and 4 now.
First Korean into double figures. Zupan. Slovenia spraying the ball around.
The double team is far too slow from Korea. Going across tentatively. You can't do that against Slovenia. 2 passes. It's a wide open shot in the corner.
Lawbeck. Dragic using Zupan as a front screen and almost losing the ball. Lawbeck in the corner now, 4-3. Well, it is almost inevitable. If that guy gets an open shot, he's going to bury it.
2 points for Dragic. Superb game.
Well, give Korea credit for making a fist of this, but also you've got to give credit to Slovenia. They have adapted their defense to a very unusual style of play from Korea. They don't play against this kind of basketball too often. So all credit to both teams, really, for producing a good performance.
Absolutely right, Roy. I mean, this hasn't been a vintage Slovenian performance, but often you're going to these games where you're averaging 90 points a game, the other team's averaging 60, you're nearly 30-point favourite. It's very hard for the players to motivate themselves, knowing there's a big game coming up, and often you don't get a good performance in these sort of games, but it's all about getting the win. It's the most important thing for them right now. Make sure no one gets hurt, they get a victory and continue to move on, looking towards tomorrow. Another look for Balazic and another three. I'll talk about money in the bank for Zoran Dragic, more so for Balazic. He is 4 of 6 coming in. Another three, his third tonight. He is now 7 of 10, 70% on this tournament for Balazic.
Slovenia play Angola tomorrow. Again, that's another tough situation for them. Angola played an entirely different style of basketball as well. Entirely different to Korea, but Slovenia won't play against that kind of basketball too often. Timeout. Timeout Korea. They're trailing by 17 with just over half of the fourth period remaining. What can Korea do to get themselves back into this game? Remember their record, 0-2. Slovenia 2-0. Very, very difficult for Korea. If they lose this as well, difficult to qualify.
Roll of the dice. Time really for Coach Teha. Saw a short period of zone in that first half, perhaps. Try and change up the defensive end to see if he can establish some sort of rhythm. Timeout, you see, repeatedly points to the scoreboard. Slovenia fans now up on their feet applauding. Hasn't been their best performance of this tournament, but they still have this commanding lead. In the second half, they've been much improved. Haven't played well. 5 guys in double figures for Slovenia. Balazic 11, Zoran Dragic 10, Lorbek 10, Omic 13, and of course Zoran Dragic 22 points and 4 assists.
The fans have been treated today with some pretty good basketball. First game, Angola made a fist of it in the first half, but then Mexico pulled away in the second half to get their first win. Middle game, the game of the day so far, possibly the game of Group D so far. Terrific performance in the first half by Australia, who led Lithuania by 19. Great comeback from Lithuania, and eventually Australia won 82-75. A tremendous game, well coached both sides. Oh, lovely pass and the dunk! The moment of the game for Korea. Lee Hung-young received the bounce pass and threw it down. Now they're coming out of a timeout, Korea. They need to stop now. It's 15 points, the lead for Slovenia. It's really last chance saloon for Korea, but number 12 for Slovenia, that's Zoran Dragic, hits his 13th point. Foul, and that's against Zoran Dragic. So a three-pointer one end and a foul at the other for Zoran. Oh, great ball movement from Korea. And a nice little pick and roll as well. That's going to drop. No, it's not. Outside the cylinder and grabbed by Zoran Dragic. And here is Zoran. Rebound inside. No three this time for Zoran. Tae-hyun. This has gone a long way.
Started off so hot, Tae Young. Pulled off a little bit. 8 points, 3 assists in his 13 minutes.
Balazic. Muric. Well, Zupan has hit a three in the game, but on that occasion rather wide. Zupan comes out, replaced by Alan Omic.
Performance from Zupan, 8 points. 17 minutes for him. He said hit from the perimeter, that's what he's asked to do. Zic again, another one for him. Right.
And the rebound for Omic.
Rare miss for Balazic then.
Klobuchar, great change of direction, but Lee Young-hung has got a fingertip on it and blocked it, and
oh, what a finish!
what a finish.
Out of nowhere, where did that come from? Jump shot from Choi, no boxing out from Slovenia, and Kim over the top, what a rebound.
Great fingertip control from Kim Young-hung. Look at this, here he comes and throws it down. 69 plays 85. Possibly not enough time left for Korea, but some great action. Enormous great hands there from Kim Young-hoo. Well, he's averaging 9 points a game, only 4 today, but possibly the action of the game so far as Korea are concerned.
Here's the question for you then, Roy. The best brother combination in the tournament so far. Got the numbers for you.
Well, do you mean in Group D?
No, in any.
Right, well, we've got the Dragic brothers, we've got the Lavrinovic brothers, the Gasol brothers.
Yep.
Any more? Not that I know of.
Not that I've got stats for anyway. They're the 3. So at the moment, Mark and Powell, they get all the plaudits. 34 points, 14 rebounds a game. Those two are averaging. The Lavrinovic brothers, after the good performance from Kistov today, 18 points and 6 rebounds. But for me, the star pair, the Dragic brothers, 37.5 points a game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And they're sort of right on cue here, 37.5 today between the pair of them. They've got 35 with 3 minutes remaining.
And they're considerably outsized by both the Lavrinovic brothers and the Gasol brothers.
They're both on the bench. I'm not sure if they're going to get to add much more to it now, as young Nikolic is in at the point guard position.
Let's call it 3 minutes remaining, and Slovenia lead by 16.
They're going to go to that zone.
Klobuchar. Lorbeck gets his shot blocked, and it bounced off his head, and it is career possession.
Even with the loss, Korea will be so much happier with this performance. You know, they've given a good account of themselves in all areas. Offensively, they've started to make from the perimeter. Defensively, they've done a fine job against Slovenia.
Yeah, you've got to say they only played a half a game really against Angola. Probably played a quarter of a game against Australia, but they played pretty well here. Let's call it 3 quarters. Moon inside, left-handed, and a rebound by Yuri Balazic. Alexei Nikolic, you were telling me about his prospects for the future, Lloyd, the 6th for Slovenia.
Yeah, youngster, just 19 years of age. Into this team for the experience more than anything. He will be a point guard of the future for this team. And won in 1995. Plays in Bosnia in the first division. A good solid year for Spars, a team that's renowned for developing younger players. Averaged 8 points a game at that level.
Another rebound for Lee Young-hung. And he has grabbed 5 rebounds now to go with his 12 points. Omic the rebound, and Moon nearly knocked it out of his hands. Ball back inside, off the glass.
Transition points for Slovenia then. 18 points on the break for them.
Well, it's odds on that Slovenia will better the 90 points they scored against Australia.
Consistent for them. 90 against Australia, 88. Another game as well. Sorry, 89 against Mexico. And once more.
Couldn't speak too soon about them making that 90.
Shows you, we've kind of said they haven't played particularly well, but still racked up nearly 90 points once more.
Oh, good hands from Klobuchar. Well into the last minute of this 3rd game on day 4 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Of course, here it's the 3rd day because we had a day off yesterday. Let's see. Nikolic off the glass, it's 89. Still have 27 seconds to make that 90th. Not that that matters one jot, because they're leading by 20. Dominant second half for Slovenia. They won the 3rd period 30-17. They're leading this one 19-13 after a very close first 2 quarters. Way outside the arc and a big 3. Will that be the last score of the period? Well, it will for Slovenia. Won't score again. Mayhem out there slightly at the end of the game, so it finishes with Slovenia leading, or winning rather, 89-72. A commanding second half performance by the Slovenian team as the coaches shake hands. Much better performance from Korea. Played in certain periods of the game there, like they played last year in the FIBA Asia Championships, but in the end they just didn't have the answer, mostly to the Dragic brothers, who poured in 35 points again. Lorbeck 14 points and Omic 13 points, and another double-figure man for Slovenia was Yuri Balasic on 11 points. Leading scorer for Korea was their number 8, Lee Yong-hung, 12 points to him, and no one else got into double figures. But a much better performance from Korea, with their record now 0-3, and Slovenia march on undefeated with 2 games to go here in the first phase of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Slovenian fans have enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the first half so much, but second half, different story indeed.
Huge positives coming out of that for Korea. Unfortunately for them, the tough games continue. Tomorrow they'll be facing off against Lithuania. For Slovenia, they took the win. That's the most important thing out of today. They are the only unbeaten team, and for them, it'll be the same tomorrow against Angola. They can't overlook an Angolan team which is playing better each game, apart from the second half of today, perhaps. They've been improving. Can't overlook them, Slovenia, but it's all about getting a win and moving into that final game on Thursday against Lithuania.
So despite the fact that Korea had more assists than Slovenia, 16-11, they also had more turnovers. And again, amazingly, Korea 8 blocks to 2 by Slovenia. But the score, or the statistic that matters, it's Korea 72, Slovenia 89. So that's the end of day 4 here in Group D. Slovenia stay unbeaten. Korea yet to taste a victory. And Lithuania and Australia go 2-1, and Angola and Mexico 1-2. So there, proof of that. It's a big tussle for 4th spot. So can't wait for day 5 here when Slovenia take on Lithuania. It's going to be a cracking game. Lithuania tasting defeat today. They won't like that at all. It's all about positioning themselves now. Remember, the top 4 go through into the knockout stage next week, the second phase on the mainland. We'll finish with a few highlights here, and just to remind you that Slovenia have beaten Korea 89-72.